Hello, group. Welcome to Action Rock Corner. I'm your host, Richard May. Today, let's talk about a sleaze rock, AC/DC influenced classic by Krokus. One vice at a time. Some of you kids may not even realize that Krokus really did do a sleaze rock classic because they had a horrible record label in America, Arista. I'm talking at you, Arista. You suck. Especially if you book a hard rock band. I don't think they have any hard rock bands at the moment, and thank God for them. It's only a handful. Krokus is one of them. And after this record, they pushed Krokus to do commercial nonsense, which is what's in your mind right now. You know, them doing Alex Cooper covers and God knows what all, and the hit ballads, and yuck. This is not that. This is 9 crackin' songs, all of them great, classic, sleaze. Boy, how does it sleaze. And influenced by AC/DC? I'm not the first to say this is the AC/DC record that AC/DC didn't release. Okay? This, on YouTube, you don't have to take my word for it. Go listen to it. Crank it. Crank the sumbitch. You're going to love it. Yeah, I mean, after one voice at a time, it started getting commercial. And they lost the plot. And the lineup kept changing. Who knows? Whenever they put together a Krokus record, who's in the band? As long as you got Mark Storance, whatever. Sorry, Mark. Me, not you. I did it for your solo record. Out of my head now. It's over. It's done. They keep on giving me the Italian Sorici or whatever it is. You don't do that to us. Starts. Let's stick with that. Starts. If you got Mark Starnes, you got a Krokus record, whether you call it a solo act or Krokus. And keep this in mind. Okay, plug time. Me, not you, Mark. This is a crackin' record, Crossfire, by Starnes, the band. Good record, reviewed it a month or two ago, whatever it was. Fine record, great record. And if you get a chance to buy some 21st century Krokus, jump on it. Can't match one voice at a time. Nothing can. But who do? Great. Dirty Dynamite? Pretty damn good. Big Rocks? Pretty damn good. Rock the Block? It's good, and I like the color on the cover. So you get a chance to listen to some 21st century Krokus. Never mind what followed One Voice at a Time in the 80s with the cover songs and the commercial stuff. No. That's Arista. I don't know how bad Arista is. They're just the lowlights of their roster. Air Supply, Bay City Rollers, Whitney Houston, Kenny G, Barry Manilow. Now, hold on. I kind of like Barry Manilow. Okay? He does some big band. He's okay. And the early stuff. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Barry Manilow sucks. Sure. Okay. Notorious B.I.G. and Vanilla Ice. And a bunch of other sucked bands. God, awful. Arista Records is a label that sells schlock. And soft rock and wet schlock. Schlock. Look it up. It's a new day. Look it up online. Arista Records, say, okay, tell me who's on their label, who's been schlock. It'll tell you, right through the alphabet, who's on their, who are on the label, are awful. Yeah, okay, Grateful Dead. Good for you. That's cool. But schlock, awful. And Arista allowed this to go out of print for years. For years. Why am I throwing things around? I'm pissed. I'm not going to be pissed anymore. I'm happy. I'm going to do something. I'm going to pick between my children. The 9 songs of One Vice at a Time. In the order that I prefer them. This is difficult. You shouldn't pick between your children, your faves. They're all your faves. It's a big family, 9 kids. I'm going to pick them. Okay? 9-1. And you're going to join in the comments and say what your order of 9-1 is. You ready? American Woman, the cover song that the label wanted, I'm sure. Guess Who? No, that's a band. In case anyone under 50 is watching. The Guess Who is a band. Best known for having Randy Bachman, future member of Bachman Turner Overdrive. Forget to bring examples of Bachman Turner Overdrive. I own a lot of Bachman Turner Overdrive. I think I have all the 70s stuff. The 80s reunion stuff gets spotty. But I got all the Bachman Turner Overdrive. I'm old. I love it. Didn't age well, unfortunately. Did maintain their status over the years. But they should. Bachman Turner Overdrive is great stuff. But it's a Guess Who song. Who I'm happy. Who's the real leader of the Guess Who? Some Arista label sort of person. The real leader of the sappy ballad, sappy song. American Woman's pretty much the only song with balls from the Guess Who. That guy, who stayed in Guess Who after Randy Bachman left the Guess Who to form Bachman Turner Overdrive. But they released American Woman. American Woman's a cool song. Hell of a riff. Hell of a riff. But it's a cover. And Krokus does a nice job with the cover. They do. But it's a cover. There were other 8 songs are so good, they had to have a 9th song in them. But the lame label wanted a cover, something with a track record, that put it as a single, and they did. They did okay. Lenny Kravitz did better with it, about a generation or 2 later. I forget the year, but Lenny Kravitz did a cover too. Good song, but we could have a 9th cracking original sleaze rock classic instead of American Woman. Heck, if they pushed a record of 40 minutes, we could have 10 cracking sleaze rock classics. I have confidence in Krokus in these sessions. I'm sure they could have given us 1 or 2 more brilliant sleaze rock AC/DC. Boy howdy, this is AC/DC like songs. American Woman, number 9. There you go. Number 8 is the last song, Rock and Roll. Not the most original song title, but Rock and Roll, story of the drug out rock star. And the last words of the song is, very brave in my grave. Don't do drugs. Even they make it sound like really fun in the song, in this record. Boy, they have, this is sleaze. This is not necessarily an anti-drug record. But, this rock star and his excesses and whatnot, they just paint a picture. Cool song, great song. But I have to choose. It's number 8, Rock and Roll. Very brave in my grave. Ow. Number 7, Save Me. It's a cool song. We've been there. We've been there when we were younger. Heck, we may be there now as older people. Save me. Okay? Desperate young man. Desperate broke young man. He needs a break. Save him. It's not the positive lyrics of the other songs. I like positive lyrics in my music. It could be, well, I'm going to describe the lyrics of other songs, but Save Me is a bit, guy's in trouble. Save him. Nice song, great song. Absolutely great song. All of these songs have great riffs and great groove. Really good groove. Can rival AC/DC for groove. And AC/DC really does have, this has much better groove than AC/DC, come to think of it. Save Me, it's just a bit negative. Now we're going to I just chose my songs in how positive it is, largely. One exception coming up. I'm on the Run for number 6. Young man broke again, drifting. Could also be a song about a young singer on tour. It is a positive song. He's on the run. It's unclear where he's on the run from or for. Could be just be on tour with the band. He's on the run. We've been there. We've been young before. Untethered to family, girlfriends, whatever, wives. On the run. Great song. Number 6. Number 5. Blaine playing Noji, the outlaw. The no-account barfly. In trouble. You sense a theme here. But he's enjoying his life. And he's giving us life advice about, don't shoot police officers. Good one. Low-hanging fruit. But that's a good idea. Don't shoot police officers. And don't try to flirt with the judge's wife. The one trying your ass. The one in power to put you in prison for a while. Don't screw around with that. But the daughter, maybe the daughter. I don't know about that life advice. But it's a fun song. Playing the outlaw. And being that barfly closing the bar with a jukebox bang in your head. Some of us lived that song, didn't we? There's another song some of us have lived. But we didn't make it as rock stars. Bad boys, rag dolls. Unemployed out of high school. No prospects. He's going to be a rock star. He's going to make it. He is. Bad boys, rag dolls, rock and roll star. He's on his way. Bad boys, rag dolls. That was the second song on this, isn't it? Yeah, it's the second song. Positive song. Even through, he has no job skills other than rock and roll. You gotta try making rock and roll, boys and girls. Get education. Have something to fall back on. Just saying. From the perspective of someone old enough to be your grandparent. Your grandfather. Don't just, have mom and dad pay for everything as you try to be a rock star. Mom and dad may be good for a year or two. After that, you may need job skills other than rock and roll. But for this song, go for it. Great fun. Bad boys, rag dolls, great riff, great groove, great song. Now we're getting the elite of this record. To the Top. Mark has hidden some notes on To the Top. Another song of youthful confidence for no reason. There's no reason for this young person to be full of confidence, but he has it. He's going to the top. Going to the top. Hit it, grit, go. To the top. He's singing, he's hitting those notes. To the top. Mark is hitting those notes. Great song. Great riff, great groove. There you go. Here's my exception. Because I've largely been doing this on whether this is a positive song. When I first heard this record back in 80, whatever it was, 83 I think it was. And I was 22. positive young man for no good reason. Lord knows I had no good reason to have a positive outlook on my future. My number 2 song is a more accurate song of a lot of the people live in this lifestyle. Down the Drain. I just love the humor of this song because right after the opening line, and I'm quoting here, I may get a yo off, but this is right. My mother was a bee girl. My old man was a tramp. He didn't mean Mr. and Mrs. Starnes. He didn't mean it. Folks say they conceived me on a loading ramp. I worked in a warehouse for over 20 years. I know about loading. I love that line. That's the opening line to get you into the song. They say they conceived me on a loading ramp. That's a guy down the drain. He's 20 years old. He's got no prospects. Apparently doesn't want to go back to school. Community college is cheap or free in a lot of places. Get job skills, really. He's down the drain. It's funny, if nothing else. Not a positive song, but it's a more accurate song for too many young men in the 1980s listening to this, okay? Because they're not on the ball on their education and whatnot. I love that opener. I love the riff. I just love the damn thing. It's my second favorite song on this record. One voice at a time. Hopefully, hey YouTube, choose this for the thumbnail. Click it. They won't. It'd be me like this, shaking my head. Click, that's the thumbnail. That's what they always seem to do on me. Often I'm smiling, which is good. But hey, for you veterans of the record, you know what my number, even if you never heard the record, if you just heard best ofs and live concert recordings of Krokus, you know my number 1. And boy, it has an AC/DC type of build-up, racket beginning. For long stick goes boom. And the opening line, we all know about 69. Did I mention this is a sleaze rock record? There's lyrics about thighs around your neck and not your own thighs. You wouldn't need to leave the house then. But yeah, it's a nice sleaze rock record. It's a great sleaze rock record. And the first words, we all know about 69. I'm not going to teach you about the Kama Sutra here today, folks. I'm going to keep it PG-13. But that great AC/DC-ish build-up. Is it too subtle about what long stick going boom is? Is this metaphor too subtle for some? Get play on the radio. I learned with the record. I heard it on the radio. I went, I love that. And Arista did promote the record. There was promo copies and everything. But a few years later, they didn't reissue it. Didn't do reissues. And so for decades, good luck finding this. Fortunately, I had the sense to buy multiple cassette copies. Not just one. I bought a couple, used. They were used copies. Wasn't paying top dollar, but I had several copies so that if one get ate, and that's the problem with cassettes, grumble, grumble. And then into the garbage it goes. So I always had a copy of One Vice at a Time in my possession over the last 40 plus years. But thank you to Rock Candy for this nice, nice reissue with photographs and liner notes and everything. See? Isn't that nice? Instead of that cheap crap that Arista put out. Arista, you suck. You screwed Krokus so bad. But Krokus carries on to this day. It is still around, even though Mark did a solo record with a band, Starnes. And it's quite nice. One more time. I did a review elsewhere. Nice record. Should listen on YouTube, of course. And of course, this is on YouTube. And go see if this is still in print from Rock Candy. Okay? Get Krokus Incorporated a few bucks. This is worth opening your wallet, okay? Damn good record, classic record. Go here if you haven't heard it in years, or a few months, or a few days. Listen to it again, it's great. If you're in a mood for sleaze and AC/DC, even Krokus even admits it. They were like they were doing some other nonsense before. They were a band, but they weren't doing cool stuff. Then they went to see AC/DC in concert and went, that's it. That's what we're going to do. And they did well. Moved away a bit from it. But when they get a good riff, especially in their 21st century records, they get a riff together. And there was talk of Mark being the AC/DC singer after Bon Scott died. Story or two about that laying around online. And if AC/DC wanted to sound like Bon Scott continuing, Starnes is a great choice. And sounds very much like a Bon Scott sort of person, singer. But AC/DC, notice the shirt I chose to wear today, they did fine. A bit of a contrast with Brian Johnson. It worked out just fine. And their stadium show just last week in Cleveland. They're in stadiums. Krokus does okay, I guess. But I don't think Krokus is doing stadiums. But if there was justice, if they went with Arista Records, maybe things would have been different. But This is I am incorporated, Arista. No free lunch for you in a lawsuit. You have to sue Reader Incorporated. This is a function of Reader Incorporated. We're doing business as Action Rock Corner. In case anyone decides to take offense if I say something silly. That's why I kept my company. I was gonna can it, but I was like, when I started this, I was like, okay, I have to keep it. I gotta keep filing tax returns. Thank you very much. You like this video? You still with me? God bless you if you are. Hit the like button. It helps other people learn about the classic greatness of one vice at a time. The world needs to know. Rock Candy needs to sell another record, okay? Subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell. And leave a comment. What's your memories of Krokus? And your memories of one vice at a time? And what's the order of your 9 songs? What's the order of the 9 songs? You probably do you love all 9 songs? Like I do? Or is it a few is a clunker for you? We're all different. We all hear things differently. And for the latest in action rock, garage rock, and classic legacy bands like Krokus, come back here, the Action Rock Corner. We're going to have it for you. So, thank you for watching. Have fun with your music. Remember, fresh music is as important as fresh food. This might be more than 40 years old now. But you haven't heard it in a while. Because I don't think classic radio in America or other, just much of this get played on classic rock radio. If you're in a place that plays this stuff from this album from Krokus and classic rock radio, you live in a cool city. Or a cool country, as it may be. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon. Thanks.